What's going on, everybody? First and foremost, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to all that celebrate in the United States or anywhere else in the world. I know there's other countries that have very similar kind of holidays around this time, so you know, um, greetings to you guys. But this week's video, I wanted to talk about gratefulness and thankfulness and what I'm thankful for, and especially in this day and age in DJ culture, and especially in social media culture, it's so easy to be negative and so easy to criticize and so easy to talk about things that we aren't in agreement with, or things that we think suck, or whatever the case is. Just negative things where you don't see as many people being grateful and thankful and showing appreciation for things that are going well in their lives. And I will say that the older I get, the more and more that I'm thankful for even the smallest things in my life. From being able to wake up in the morning, to waking up healthy, to waking up with a roof over my head, waking up knowing that I could have a hot meal, have clean water. There, so many things that get taken for granted. I'm so much more appreciative of it the older I am, because I realize how important and how lucky I am to be in the position I am. Career aside, right? And I think the more I practice gratitude and thankfulness, the better my life seems to be. I truly believe there's a mindset shift that can happen if you feed too much into the negativity in your life, or you feed into the positive and gratitude in your life. And I know it can sound so, I don't know, I can't think of the word right now, but it can sound so foreign, and it can sound like it's just something that sounds kind of corny, but try it for a while. And when I say try it, I mean like really try it. Like, one of the things I do every morning, or try to do every morning, is write down 5 things that I'm grateful for. It can be anything from just stuff that I just listed to something cool that happened the previous day. There's so many things to be thankful for and grateful for every day. And doing that consistently and making it a part of the way my brain works every time I wake up, it can really change the way you look at everything in life. Now, at the same time, I'm someone that has like a dark sense of humor and I like cracking jokes and stuff like that. But when it really comes down to it, and comes down to the way I think and the way like I try to approach any situation, is from a place of gratitude and thankfulness. And especially in my DJ life, in my career, I recently talked about the highs and lows that every DJ goes through their career. But the older I am and the more appreciative I am of the highs, and the less that I focus on the negatives, really kind of reinforces that mindset of gratitude and thankfulness, and how keeping that same mentality opens up more and more doors for me the further along I get into my career. Besides doing my job well, I mean, I get that's baseline. You have to be able to do the job, but even to the point where I'll say, like, maybe in the last 2 years, couple years, actually since the everywhere reopened in 2021, 2022, there has been a shift in music where the years previous to that, we would get new music that was very playable and crowds were very responsive to. And after reopening, it seemed like there was a fall off of how much new, like especially in the world of hip hop, that could be played that would get a response. But one thing I was thinking of this week, since it is Thanksgiving week, was how it felt like there was so much more new music this year than the previous few years that I felt like I could incorporate into my set instead of just having to go back to, the old faithfuls. And I'm really thankful for that. I'm thankful that there's a shift in music. I'm thankful that it fits into the kind of style that I love to play. And while I could focus on, man, well, what took them so long? Or, oh, it's just this many songs. There used to be so many more. Like, making that choice to make it a positive and embed it into my brain as a positive thing, I think really helps me also enjoy my work more. Makes me want to look and dig for music more, because I will say, like, that lack of newer music that really hit, at least for me, and like the kind of crowds that I have to play for, or what I thought was cool, or what was getting reactions. I Over the course of this year, I think I've refound my love for digging for new music and hearing artists that I love, or finding new artists to love. It's a, a pretty good time for music, in my opinion, at least club wise, in comparison to the last few years previous. And outside of that, I think I've spoken about, like, kind of feeling a shift in my DJ career as far as like how I approach things and how I look at different gigs. And I'm grateful and thankful that I have that perspective now, that I'm more excited to see what the next chapter is going to be, and where, the next year is going to be, and where it takes me, rather than kind of left wondering, well, what's going on. It's That's definitely 100% just a mindset thing, but I think it's a good one. It's a positive one, that if I have that excitement deep down inside me, that means I still care about this art form. And I think one thing that can easily be seen is when a DJ kind of just mentally checks out and doesn't have that deep down love and excitement for the craft anymore. And yes, we go through our gigs where we might not be feeling it, but like overall, you can tell when a DJ has kind of just, you know, phoned it in for however long stretch amount of time it was. But feeling that excitement to kind of create, make music, make my own edits again, and kind of just full force into being excited about music and DJing again, it's a great feeling to have, and I'm very thankful for it. And of course, because this is my job and this is what I do for a living, I'm thankful that I've been having, the year's almost over, but financially a pretty good year. Been able to take care of all of my bills and take care of my family through the hours and hours of hard work that I've had to put into this. But boiling that down, it's like I'm just thankful to have the opportunities to be able to show my work ethic and be able to show my value in this profession, in this game. Because there's so many DJs out there that just haven't had the chance to get a shot yet. And every gig you have, every gig you take, it's something that, it's a gig that could have gone to somebody else, but it went to you. And that's the kind of mindset I have. So keeping that in mind, it's something that I, can't really try as hard as I can to not take for granted, and do my best to make the most out of every opportunity that I'm given. And, having the gratitude for that is, in a world full of negativity and stuff, even if it might not be the coolest gig, and some of the gigs might not be super cool, but I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to do what I love for a living. Well, on that note, I guess I'll just close it out right here. But please, in the comment section down below, I love to hear what you guys are thankful for, what you guys are grateful for in your life. And any tips or anything about your mindset and how to keep a positive mindset. I'd love to hear it. Please leave it down in the comments. Of course, I will read each and every one and respond to as many as I can. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't already, please be sure to subscribe to this channel. And if you're looking for more DJ related content, go ahead and click on one of the videos right here. Catch you guys next week, and happy Thanksgiving, y'all.